My brothers and sisters, my dearest children, and walillah alhamd, we have them with us in this Jum'ah as they are enjoying the summer break. We are indeed in the last Jum'ah of the Hijri year of 1444. And inshallah, in counted hours, maybe days, we will be, inshallah, starting a new Hijri year. But since we are still in the month of Dhul Hijjah, and we're still in the spirit of Hajj, let me explore today Hajj in a different perspective. Not in a perspective that is a practice to be done with certain rituals and doing certain practices, but rather from a practical perspective that we need to be inspired with and learn from. Because there are hikam and fiqh that needs to be understood and comprehended from every ibadah we do to the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. For instance, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so you may be able to achieve the taqwa. Well, what's with the Hajj? What's with the fifth pillar of Islam? What is it that we're expected to be mindful about and learn from? The first thing that comes to your mind when Hajj is presented to you is Ibrahim and his family. Because Hajj was initiated by a call from Ibrahim alayhi salam. And when we go to Mecca, we remember the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam. رَبَّنَا إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي زَرْعٍ عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ رَبَّنَا لِيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ. And when you do your tawaf, you remember the story of Ibrahim and Ismail raising the walls of the Kaaba. When you go drink from Zamzam, you remember what happened between Hajar and Ismail alayhi salam when he was infant or baby. And when you do the sa'i between the Safa and the Marwa, you remember the struggle of our mother Hajar alayha salam. There's so much that we need to be inspired with and learn from this very honorable family in the history of Islam and, generally speaking, the history of mankind. When we go into the details of what happened that have created a culture, a life around a valley, a spot in a valley that has no signs of living. في واد غير ذي زرع. What's Mecca? It was not known even before Ibrahim alayhi salam. A spot in the Arabian desert. No sign of living, no birds, no animal, nothing. How did life have emerged and started in that particular location on earth? It's all because of the barakah of this family. This is a family that have lived its life for Allah Azza wa Jal. This is about a father or a guardian of a family whom Allah Azza wa Jal said to him about him in the Quran twice, min al-muhsinin, in Surah As-Saffat. This is about a murabbi, a giant who have created and paved the road of tarbiyah to all the murabbis to come afterwards. After he was trialed in his childhood, وَأَرَادُوا بِهِ كَيْدًا فَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الْأَسْفَلِينَ, when they attempted to throw him in the fire and Allah Azza wa Jal aborted their plans, he said, Ya Allah, habli, give me, hab without any accountability, from the salihin. فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. And then after that, وَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِإِسْحَاقٍ. In the same surah, Allah Azza wa Jal gave him a glad tiding of two children. Alhamdulillahi alladhi wahaba li ala al-kibar Ismail wa Ishaq, inna rabbi lasami'u ad-du'a. That's what Ibrahim have taught us. And he have taught us what's the purpose and what's the wisdom and the hikmah of creating a family. Is creating a family for the purpose of procreation, and having children will please our eyes to carry our name and to carry on the business of the family, or to take care of the wealth that you have accumulated over the years. That's not what the purpose of creating a family and having children. Ibrahim wished for a child so that وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ, so that he will be remembered in the times to come. وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Everyone is claimed to be followers of the deen of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Everyone wants to be inspired and be a true follower of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Well, having said that, what happened during the time of Ibrahim with his family? We all know that Ibrahim alayhi salam, by the command of Allah Azza wa Jal, took his wife Hajar from a beautiful, comfortable living environment to Mecca. And we knew what Mecca is. And then he left them behind and went back to Palestine to live his life, leaving behind a woman with a baby. Now, did we hear about problems that Ismail alayhi salam have suffered from? Did he had depression and anxiety problems as a result of separation between him and his father? Did he turn to drugs and alcohol as a coping mechanism to deal with his challenges and problems as a result of what happened between his father and his mother? We did not hear any of these things. We either have heard a beautiful, loving, committed relationship between the family members. We have heard nothing but beautiful things for everyone to be inspired with. Well, why? Why are we having nowadays problems with our children? Why are children having problems with their parents? Why the spouses are having problems and turning to the legal system? These are all questions that we need to raise and deal with them in a more practical manner, away from emotions. Why Hajar alayha salam did not say to Ibrahim, "You are abandoning me and going to live with another woman? You are abandoning me and taking care of your family members, your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers," and as a result of that, building anger in her mind and heart, and manifest that anger into brainwashing Ismail alayhi salam and telling him, "Look at your dad. He left you early in your life. What a father. How dare he to leave you alone in a desert and go enjoy his life in Palestine?" None of that took place. There was no brainwashing. There's nothing but so-called nowadays parental alienation, in which by Hajar alayhi salam turned the image of Ibrahim and his own son Ismail as a monster. Look what your dad have done to you. If he were to care about you, he would have take care of you. He would have been with you. He have lived with you. He have taken you with him. None of that took place. But rather we know that Hajar alayhi salam have demonstrated to the believers to come what's the real understanding of submission to the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. Ibrahim as a man did not communicate much. When she ran after him and said, "Ya Ibrahim, ila man takiluna?" To whom are you leaving us, Ya Ibrahim? Ibrahim was not denying or ignoring Hajar alayhi salam, but as a man, intellectually, was reflecting and contemplating in the back of his mind and observing the command of Allah Azza wa Jal that leave your family in this spot on earth. And that's why after he left them and walked away from them, he made his supplication in Surah Ibrahim, "Rabbana إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع. He did not ignore them. He was dealing with the situation more rational. He was submitting to the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. However, Hajar alayha salam as a woman was fully submitting emotionally to the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. And said to him, Allah amaraka bidhalik. Did Allah ask you to do this? He said only one word, Naam, yes. He said, إِذَنْ لَنْ يُضَيِّعَنَ Allah. Allah would not let us alone. As a woman, as a human being, she commuted between the two posts, As-Safa wal Marwa, trying to find any help, trying to do as a human being what she could possibly do to change the situation she's in. And this is how we should be dealing with challenges and difficulties in our life. We should not be passive and sitting down and say what my actions are going to do. Do something, whatever, react. And Allah Azza wa Jal will be aiding you and supporting you in your struggle. Her commute between the two posts, As-Safa and Al-Marwa, is known to us right now as As-Sa'i. And that's why when someone comes back from Hajj, we say to them, may Allah Azza wa Jal make your Hajj mabrur and sa'yan mashkur and dhanban maghfur wa tijaratan lan tabur. Why do we say sa'yan mashkur? Why do we say that your sa'i, when you commuted between the Safa and the Marwa, to be accepted, to be appreciated? Mashkur is appreciated by the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah would be appreciating from us an action? Yes. Allah will be appreciating from you your sa'i, sa'yan mashkura. And that's why the mighty said, Inna as-safa wal marwata min sha'airillah. He made it a sha'ira from the sha'air of Allah Azza wa Jal. فَمَنْ حَجَّ الْبَيْتَ أَوْ اعْتَمَرَ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ أَنْ يَطَّوَّفَ بِهِمَا وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. And whoever does more, Allah is shakir, thankful, alim, aware. Hajar alayhi salam demonstrated to us what the believer, whether of male or female, will be awarded with when he or she will put full trust in the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. Will initiate whatever actions, will do whatever things he or she is able to do in their life. But knowing that the intervention will be from Allah, not from the little actions we do here. That's why this verse came in the sequence of ayat that speaks about tests. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَيْهِمْ صَلَوَاتٌ مِّن رَّبِّهِمْ وَرَحْمَةٌ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُهْتَدُونَ. Immediately, إِنَّ الصَّفَا وَالْمَرْوَةَ مِن شَعَائِرِ اللَّهِ. Ya Allah, what a beautiful meaning we need to be inspired with. That despite of how bleak conditions are, despite of how dark the night is, despite of how little our actions to improve our conditions are, the intervention of the might is going to be huge. Allah will be shakiring to your patience and your struggle, sa'i, into resolving your own struggles in your life. Hajar alayhi salam, afterwards, when she got the award, her sa'i was awarded by Allah Azza wa Jal by a Zamzam. Zamzam is a spring of water. It will be gushing and providing water in that particular part of the world until the day of judgment. Zamzam is a holy water that provides nourishment and make your dua accepted. Zamzam is a miracle by itself. That's what she was awarded with. Hajar did not feed only Zamzam to Ismail alayhi salam, but she fed him the love of Allah. She created from him not a dysfunctional human being with so many psychological problems that will be manifesting later on in his childhood and later on in his adulthood and seniorhood. Parents, for Allah Azza wa Jal's sake, please, I plead to you, put your own egos under your own feet and look after your own children. They are amana in your hand. Do not use them as a tool to manifest your own anger against the other side. Wallahi, whatever damage you will do will be causing disruption to them even in their seniorhood. Speaking to you professionally as a psychotherapist, clients come to me with different stages in their age and cry about the actions of their own parents early in their life. You are musta'man. You are being trusted on your children. Put in front of your eyes, creating a functional human being with a strong belief in the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal. Like what Hajar alayhi salam did to Ismail alayhi salam. So that later on when his own father come to him and say, Ya bunayya, inni ara fil manami anni adbahuk. And his response was, Ya abati, if'al ma tu'mar, satajiduni insha'Allahu min as-sabirin. That's what he did. He did not protest and say, my mom was right. This man doesn't care about me. He doesn't love me. Look at him right now. He's not even coming to hurt me. He's coming to end my life in a brutal way, slash my throat. Inni adbahuka. That's what adbahuka means. He responded with full submission to the mighty Allah Azza Jal. ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين. This is indeed the greatest test. And that's why Allah Azza Jal اتخذ إبراهيم خليلا. He have tested him and he passed all the tests. Not only him, but his family members. And that's what Ismail have demonstrated to us. He was a young man with full belief in the mighty Allah Azza wa Jal, with full trust in the qadr of Allah Azza wa Jal. وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Ya Allah. And we gave him, sacrificed for him a huge lamb, the lamb of the son of Adam, which was raised in Al-Jannah for so many years, was given to fida, to replace Ismail alayhi salam. وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. His actions, his story have become a story to inspire the generations to come. Every Eid, we offer an udhiyah. We sacrifice to remember the sacrifice of Ismail alayhi salam. Whatever we do of udhiyah, a CC of the rewards will be going to Ismail and Ibrahim alayhim salam. Ya Allah, to the beautiful family. Ya Allah, how much we can learn from the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam. My brothers and sisters, our deen is not customs and practices and rituals to be done mechanically. If you're doing your deen like this way, this is what's happening to us. That's why we're behind. That's why we're way behind. That's why we're failing. Because we have taken our deen as mechanical practices. We did not allow the different sha'air to penetrate our hearts. Allah Azza wa Jalla created us with differences. It's impossible to find identical couple. There will be challenges and difficulties in your life. But Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying to you, the more you struggle to absorb your anger feelings, the more you become muhsin in your interaction with those who have caused pain to you, whether intentionally or unintentionally, because 90% of the situations where we feel that we're being hurt by others are our own illusions that lead us to believe. That's why we seek refuge by Allah Azza wa Jalla from the evil temptations of shaitan. because it's all illusions. Forgive. Forgive as forgiving will heal you from inside. Forgive as forgiveness will make you become a very effective parent in your life. Forgive because forgiveness will create afterwards children who are effective to themselves and to you as a parent and to their community and the Muslim Ummah in general. As we're concluding the Hijri year, I wanted to share a quick hadith by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أفضل الصيام بعد رمضان أفضل الصيام بعد رمضان شهر الله المحرم وأفضل الصلاة بعد الفريضة صلاة الليل. This is a self-explanatory hadith. The best of Siyam after Ramadan is the Siyam of the month to come, Shahrullah al-Muharram. And the best of Salah after the Faridah, the 5 daily Salawat, is Qiyamul Layl. Can we make this our habit for the upcoming month of Muharram? وأقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفرين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا وسيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. ان الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا ايها الذين امنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. اللهم ان عبيدك ابناء عبيدك ابناء امائك نواصينا يا رب بيدك ماض يا رب فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسالك اللهم بكل اسم ولك سميت به نفسك انزلته في كتابك او علمته احدا من خلقك او استاثرت به في علم الغيب عندك بان تجعل القران العظيم ربيع قلوبنا. اللهم اجعله جلاء لهمومنا واحزاننا. ربي هب لي من الصالحين. ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. ربي اوزعني اشكر نعمتك التي انعمت علي وعلى والدي وان اعمل صالحا ترضاه واصلح لي في ذريتي اني تبت اليك وانني مسلمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين واقم الصلاة.